Hey, good morning, guys. Today we're going to get started on a raised paver patio. That's just going to replace these older sections of decking here. So our first job this morning is going to be to remove all of these older sections of decking and the substructure underneath it. And I don't think it's going to give us much resistance, although these are screwed in, unfortunately. But yeah, like I said, this shouldn't be too bad to get this taken apart. We'll remove all the hydrangea, the boxwoods. All right, awesome. Well, one down. Yeah, that was much easier than I had anticipated. Only about 25 minutes to get that side out. And whenever I get the mini track loader back, I'll get the rest of the posts out. All right, easy enough. So the joists are actually in good shape. But one thing that I did actually notice is all these joist hangers. Yeah, not doing a lot. we got all of that out of our way. The only things that we have left are the posts, but we'll go ahead and get the mini track loader out and take care of that. They were not kidding with the base of the posts. Yeah, they did not come out easily, but we got them. And so what we're gonna have to do is come back in with the base stone and actually compact it into those holes. I don't want to put undisturbed dirt that could settle back into them, so we'll just fill them with stone. And then for the rest of this, we're gonna try to scrape out the rest of this river rock, because obviously not angular, won't compact. It's just in our way.
She took my fingers to her mouth, the kind of thing that makes you proud, that nothing else had ever worked out. And maybe I tried other things, but nothing can capture the state of the venom she's gonna spit out right now. Kiss me on the mouth and love me like a sailor. When you get a taste, can you tell me what's my flavor? Don't believe in God, but I believe that you're my savior. I know that you've been worried, but you're tripping in my favor. And when we're getting dirty, I forget all that is wrong. I sleep so I can see you, 'cause I hate to wait so long. I sleep so I can see you, and I hate to wait so long. We can run away to the walls inside your house. I can be the cat, baby, you can be the mouse. We can laugh off things that we know nothing about. We can go forever until you wanna sit it out.
One important thing to note on the prep of the subbase is that I believe it's a good idea to grade the subbase sloping away from the foundation of the house. After you install the pavers and the polysand, ideally you shouldn't have water ever making it down to that point. However, without proper maintenance of the patio, and that includes sealing every 3 to 5 years and maybe even potentially replacing the polysand and the sealer, you will get water penetration past the pavers down through the gravel layer and onto the subbase. And pooling at the top of the subbase can lead to base failure in the future. Therefore, I think it's a long term, it's just worth the effort. Fortunately here, not much work is needed to achieve this. It's also important to remove any organic material, including grass roots and anything else that can readily decompose. As organic material decomposes, it can lose up to 70% of its initial volume. This happens as complex organic compounds are converted into smaller molecules like CO2 and water, which are released back into the atmosphere. This reduction in volume can lead to a sad, lumpy patio that doesn't drain water properly. And improper drainage resulting in water resting on the top of the pavers over time will cause the entire system to deteriorate prematurely and is a poor return on your investment.
Coming from a rainy Thursday on the avenue, thought I heard you talking softly. I turned on the lights, the TV, and the radio. Still I can't escape the ghost of you. What has happened to it all? Crazy summer say, where is the life that I recognize? But I won't cry for yesterday. There's an ordinary world somehow I have to find. And as I try to make my way to the ordinary world, I will learn to survive. Passion or coincidence once prompted you to say, pride will tear us both apart. Well, now pride's gone out the window, crossed the rooftops, run away. Left me in the vacuum of my heart. What is happening to me? Crazy, some say. Where is my friend when I need you most? But I won't cry for yesterday. There's an ordinary world somehow I have to find. And as I try to make my way to the ordinary world, I will learn to survive.
Yeah, everything has went perfect so far. The deck came out very easily. Excavation easy, stonework easy. Site access here is only about 75 feet from the truck, so it just makes everything easy and convenient. The only thing that has been a hiccup so far is this little double plate. So this thing is nailed on with a million nails on the front. I'm sure it's screwed on in the back, but we're gonna have to get a breaker bar or something tomorrow, break that free, and then remove the backboard as well. We built up some dirt here just for later use after we finish the paver patio, just on the edge, so we can regrade. We'll probably bring in maybe some fresh soil as well, but the stuff that came out was actually pretty good topsoil. And then, yeah, these are all the, well, everything below here, just the roots that came out. Yeah, there were a lot of residual small trees and stuff, and yeah, we went ahead and cleaned up the rest of the tree, although we might finish that up tomorrow.
Papers in the roadside tell of suffering and grief. Fear today, forgot tomorrow. Ooh, here beside the news of holy war and holy need.
We will be using a rotary laser transit to determine grade. And if you aren't familiar with these instruments, they essentially emit a 360-degree long-range laser signal created by a semiconductor. And you pick up this horizontal signal with the receiver that's attached to a grade rod. In my case, I'm using a self-leveling laser that doesn't have built-in slope functionality. So first we need to establish a grid system that correlates distance from the side of the house and depth. We do this in order to achieve the exact slope we want, which for this project is 1/4 of an inch of fall per foot. In order to determine the exact height we need to build up the base stone, we need to consider the steps that will be placed, the pavers, and our sand screening layer underneath that. And with that being said, I tried to only rely on the laser for the final parts of installing the base stone. I do this to challenge my own eye for seeing and establishing grade. I'll always use a transit to perfect the very top layer, but having this skill can be extremely beneficial in a number of applications. Although I have worked on this skill for years now, I still have plenty of room to improve. I personally hold the belief that there's no limit to how much you can develop a skill. The only true limiting factor is your willingness to continue dedicating yourself to the craft, despite setbacks and what at times can feel like diminishing returns on your investment of energy. Of course, as humans, we all share the same fundamental limitation, being time, which is why it's so important to always give 100% effort and to take every job as an opportunity to develop your skills further. Always remember that if your skills aren't progressing, then you're more than likely regressing. If you want to become closer to your full potential, you need to hit the gas for as long as you can and for as hard as you safely can. The moment you feel as though those things are starting to become too challenging and that you cannot possibly go on are actually the tipping points for the development of your skill set. Keep breaking through these moments and you soon will start to realize that you can achieve anything. In my experience, most people discontinue pursuit after only achieving 40% of their true potential. In this modern world full of instant gratification, I certainly understand why. You could argue this is why there are few craftsmen left in the trades. Persisting through these times is what separates a distinguished craftsman from an amateur, and I will tell you from experience that you can always see an end result. In this line of work, I think it's especially important. If installed properly, these masonry surfaces can easily persist longer than a lifetime. So before you make any decisions on contractors that you don't know much about, I recommend doing an extensive amount of research into their past experience. I know it's a bit of a generalization, but I cannot stress this enough. In this field, it never pays to cheap out on products or labor. It will end up costing you significantly more in the long run.
Ringing in my ears, and no one to relate to, save the sea. Who can I believe in? I'm kneeling on the floor. There has to be a force. Who do I phone? The stars are out and shining, but all I show me the way. I want you. Show me the way. Well, I can't see no reason you're living on your nerves when someone drops a cup and I submerge. I'm swimming in a circle. I feel I'm going down. There has to be a fool to play my part. Someone thought of healing, but all I really wanna know, I want you. Show me the way. I want you. Show me the way. show me the way. I want you day after day. I want you day after day. I want you, show me the way. I want you day after day.
Guys, it's a great day today. We are finished up with the base insulation. Yeah, we ended up using 27 tons on this project. We reinstalled the flashing, and I went ahead and double checked everything, even though I lasered it off. Yeah, we're looking perfect. Yeah, we're all set and ready to go for the screening process. Yeah, this is gonna be awesome. And the product that we're going to be installing today is from Unilock's Beacon Hill series. This is Bavarian Blend. Beautiful, thick, robust pavers. Yeah, that's going to look awesome. So you guys saw me regrade this area by the threshold of the door, and that's because our step is actually going to sit right here. So just made that completely level, and then we'll just feather that back down and out into the grade of the rest of the patio.
Come
Yeah, it seems like we're gonna be fighting the leaves a little bit today. It's very windy. Just the right time of year.
Darker than the ocean, deeper than the sea. You got everything, you got what I need. Touch me, you're electric, babe. Move me, take me from this place. Moving to the tempo, show me what it takes. Speeding up my heartbeat, playing in the face. Kiss me, we're on fire, babe. Love me, take me to outer space. Kiss me, we're on fire, babe. Love me, take me to outer space.
Covered in your water and I'm feeling like a summer breeze. Submitted under power and you brought me to my knees. Use me, you're electric, babe. Take me all the way. Whisper in my ear, I'm the only one you loving on. Take advantage of the moment, you're the only one that I want. No.
Kiss me, we're on fire, babe. Love me, take me to outer space. Kiss me, we're on fire, babe. Love me, take me to outer space. Melting like ice on a summer day. Hold me like you mean it, take me far away. Bodies moving in temperature rising. Take me to the top, then watch me falling. Kiss me, we're on fire, babe. Love me, take me to outer space.
Alright, here we go again. Give a little bit, oh, give a little bit of your love to me. I'll give a little bit, I'll give a little bit of my love to you. There's so much that we need to share. So send a smile and show you care. Alright, I'll give a little bit. I'll give a little bit of my life for you. So give a little bit. Or give a little bit of your time to me. See the man with the lonely eyes. Oh, take his hand. You'll be surprised. Oh, take come along. Yeah, 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 give a little bit, or give a little bit of your love to me. I'll give a little bit, I'll give a little bit of my life for you. Now's the time that we need to share. So find yourself, we're on our way back home. Oh, going home.
So as a last second change, we are going to go ahead and do 4 steps down. They're going to be the same. Well, it's a smaller version of the steps that we're going to use up at the thresholds of the door. But yeah, so it's just going to be 4 steps here at the approach with a small paver landing strip in between.
I really wanted this video to be as comprehensive as possible. Unfortunately, some of my footage was corrupted. With that being said, I started this process by digging back and cutting the existing geotextile layer that was placed to open up the area for the steps. I then excavated to allow 8 inches of compacted limestone underneath the step, which ended up being quite easy with the help of the mini track loader. And so I posted a short about this process and ended up getting a fair amount of feedback of all kinds. And I just wanted to say thank you to all of you for your input, good or bad. I appreciate all of it. I'd like to take this opportunity to have an open forum discussion about some of the things that were posted regarding this. One thing people mention is that you cannot get proper compaction without a mechanical compactor, either jumping jack or plate compactor. I did have a plate compactor at my disposal throughout this entire project, which I used on the base. Obviously, you guys saw me use it on the patio, but yeah, I used it on the base of the steps. However, using the plate compactor as you work your way up the steps is extremely awkward and nearly impossible in this particular situation. I would personally prefer to put in a little more physical effort and mitigate potentially damaging the steps with it. A jumping jack could actually work great for this application, but they're quite expensive and, in my opinion, unnecessary. Using a hand tamper effectively comes with a number of potentially detrimental variables that don't exist with a jumping jack, so I can understand how this association is built. If you want to use a hand tamper effectively, you need to stick with single lifts of only 2 to 3 inches at a time. You will not be able to effectively compact more than that with a hand tamper. It's also important to note the nature of the downward force which you apply with each compaction stroke. Just like hitting a baseball, you should be aiming to drive down past the initial impact area with each compression. If you're simply dropping the tamper, you're not going to penetrate the surface layer enough. Unless, of course, your tamper is very heavy, effectively increasing the applied force. I should also set a disclaimer and say that the force that I exert could be a lot different than what the average person could produce. I've been an amateur bodybuilder for the last 15 years. Along with what I see every day in my professional career, it's safe to say I might produce a force stronger than someone else trying to do the same action. The hand compactor I'm using is a 12x12 and weighs around 40 pounds, which is on the heavy side for sure. Most on average are closer to 15 pounds, so that's something else to keep in mind.
All right, sweet. Well, the thing I'm going to do first thing this morning is we're going to go ahead and try to place this step. And so what we're going to do is we're actually just going to put it on top of the patio itself, on top of these dollies, and then I'll try to just kind of shimmy it off. The thing that's going to be tricky is our access points are somewhat steep, and the weight of the step is just at the the limit that the mini track loader will actually lift. So
The next thing I want to address are the concerns people had about freeze thaw and the thought that over time freeze thaw will disrupt the integrity of the stairs. I will start by saying that typically when you talk about frost heave, it relates to dirt. Gravel of all kinds drains water too effectively to experience frost heave. It's the act of water freezing itself that generates the force of frost heave, which is why it's typically correlated with soil that can retain water long enough to freeze and create the force. When you really consider it, only a small amount of water will drain off the sides and penetrate the gravel into the steps, but anything that does will drain before it has the ability to freeze. There were a few people that also mentioned using concrete footings. While this is most certainly viable, it's more expensive and, in my opinion, actually increases the chances of water collecting between the two and creating heave over time. I would rather have a base that I know is going to drain effectively.
and we're going to go ahead and pressure wash this as well. Try to be as clean as I can, but yeah, we're just surrounded in mud. But yeah, with that being said, there was another step that was actually planned here. So there's 6-inch steps. Well, they're 5 7/8. So yeah, we were set up to be perfect, but we're not going to go with the second step on this one. So what we're going to do, the specialist is going to come back and patch in the siding.
Unfortunately, I only have the anecdotal evidence of my past work to support my claims. So this spring, I want to do some quantitative analysis using the scientific method. I'm going to rent every version of mechanical compactor and test them against a hand tamper, and I will be sure to share the results on this channel.
I walk along the avenue. I never thought
stuck around this long, that means that you're either fairly invested or asleep. So I would like to take this time to say thank you for all the support and feedback. It means a lot to me that you guys enjoy the content. Please let me know any ways in which you think I can improve. I have some interesting video ideas for next year that I'm really excited about. So if you did enjoy the content, stay tuned. I'm going to release the hand tamping experiment and some other projects as well in the spring. But yeah, until then, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to all of you guys.
You get a shiver in the dark, it's raining in the park, but meantime, sound of the river, you stop and you hold everything. A band is blowing Dixie, double fall time. You feel alright when you hear the music ring. Well, now you step inside, but you don't see too many faces. Coming in out of the rain, they hear the jazz go down. Competition in other places. But the horns, they blowing that sound. Way on down south. Way on down south, London town. Check out Guitar George. He knows all the chords. But it's strictly rhythm, he doesn't wanna make it cry or sing. If then an old guitar is all he can afford, when he gets up under the lights to play his thing. And Harry doesn't mind if he doesn't make the scene. He's got a daytime job, he's doing alright. He can play the honky tonk like anything, saving it up Friday night with the Sultans, with the Sultans of Swing. the Sultans. We are the Sultans of Swing.
So one of our last steps is going to be to aerate first our access path, and then we're going to aerate any of the sections that we use the mini track loader on. And what the aerator actually does is it digs down and actually pulls out small plugs. And what this does is it actually increases soil porosity, because what can happen over time with just walking or heavy equipment, what have you, is the soil will actually become so compacted that none of the nutrients and water can actually get to the root structure of the grass. So these are the size of the plugs that they pull out. And with that being said, you do have to be careful around drain boxes, pop-ups, anything like that. What you can do, you can kind of just pop in the pitchfork. And yeah, you can actually just slightly aerate anything with the pitchfork. It's not going to be as effective as running the aerator, but it's definitely going to do something.
Most of us would have rather money than tangible wealth, and a great occasion is somehow spoiled for us unless photographed. And to read about it the next day in the newspaper is oddly more fun for us than the original event. This is a disaster. For as a result of confusing the real world of nature with mere science, we are destroying nature. We are so tied up in our minds that we've lost our senses. Time to wake up. What is reality? Obviously, no one can say, because it isn't words. It isn't material, that's just an idea. Reality is...
Wake me